Hi everyone, Kevin Harlan, reporter Doris Burke. Today is the Golden State Warriors for them against the Lakers team. Last season they had the upper hand in the
last year. They won this season series, as you'd probably expect.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And there's Bryant, then there's Whiteside, and it's Russell in at the point guard. And so it's the Warriors getting on the board for Anthony for three. And yes, sir, that one drops. Anthony's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. To touch again on Steve's comment, last year they were a playoff team facing a team that went home at the end of the regular season, and Clark, they took advantage.
Yeah, that to me is what makes a playoff team, Kevin. I mean, beating the teams you should beat and then not having any significant letdowns.
Now here's Green, 6 to shoot. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a three-point battle like this.
Randall with the ball. He's covered by Iguodala. And Bogut with the block. Iguodala against Russell. Thompson misses.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Russell passes to Bryant. Randall with the ball. He's against Green. And there's Randall on the assist from Kobe.
Right there. I mean, he had a clear path to the basket.
Iguodala with a screen on Russell. Curry dishes to Green. And a miss there on the triple. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Whiteside takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
Well, everyone knew that the Warriors were going to be a team on the rise after their deep run in 2013. Steve, you saw it firsthand, and they climbed to the ranks of the best in the West in 2014.
Well, they didn't end up where many had hoped, which would have been in the top 4 of the conference, but they were powerful at times and tough to stop. And in the West, you know, they still finished 6th. It just shows you the depth of the conference.
Russell against Curry. Russell kicks to Anthony. Iguodala with the steal. Here's Curry. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
Well, Steph Curry, of course, deadly from outside the arc, but last season he tried to improve his ability to get to the rim. In fact, he significantly increased his points in the paint last year.
Clarkson, he's checked in for Russell. And here's Anthony from the arc. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. And it's 6 points for Carmelo Anthony. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Bryant against Thompson. Outside Curry. Bogut sets a screen for Curry. Clock at 6. Bogut the pass to Curry. The 11-footer, that's good. Curry's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And for Curry, improving his driving ability. He already had the handle, but he tried to work on his strength to ward off contact.
And Kevin, you know, film study is also playing a role in that progression and development. And he not only improved his finishing ability inside, he also got to the line more often, a result of being more confident in his strength.
Beautiful cut to the hoop. He's getting anything he wants here already. Well, Julius Randle, drafted out of Kentucky after 1 season. He fits that classic power forward mold. 6'9", strong, physical, great rebounder, and scores with his back to the basket.
And Randle, regarded as a good outside shooter in high school, didn't really show that, though, at Kentucky.
And I think he wants to show that he can be a floor spacer at the NBA level, but it may take some time. That would really help him offensively because he is a tad undersized at the power forward spot. So being able to shoot it from the perimeter will go a long way in his development.
And the first one drops.
People knew that he could shoot the ball coming out of college, but I don't think teams knew that Klay Thompson would develop into the dead-eye shooter that he's become. He is a flat-out laser. And he can go to get into zones where he just doesn't miss, whether he's open or well guarded.
Here's Clarkson. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Clippers.
Then tell you what a nice job he was doing, really spreading that ball around.
No tip required when you've got room to make the stuff.
Yeah, some powerful second chance points right there.
Yeah, he wasn't wasting any time. Straight back up and right into the hoop.
Here's Curry. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. The drive by Green, off on the layup. And Steve, with Clay, you know not every team thought of him as an elite shooter, or he wouldn't have gone as late as he did in the draft. But with his size, he has incredible range, and that has proved to be a factor in his play.
Yeah, and one thing he's been able to do this last season is find ways to quicken that release. So now he can get that three off in the blink of an eye. He's a big, strong kid and doesn't need much room at all to let it fly. So, what an incredible weapon to have on offense.
Now, here's Green. Looking for his first basket still in this one.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Pass to Bryant. Kicks to Randall. It's tipped. And here is Iguodala. A 17-point game for him in the win against Sacramento.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter. And just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And that game, guys, was really a perfect example of how important your bench can be. I thought the reserve production was really the key.
Exactly. That was where a lot of their scoring came from. It was a big game for the backups.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Brandon Bass is checked in for Randall, and Lewis Williams subbed in for Kobe. Shots good. 8 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Curry kicks to Iguodala. Here's Bogut. Second chance shot. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Back and forth we go. That basket gives us just another lead change.
And there have been too many of those to keep track of. What a contest.
Here's Clarkson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And it's the Warriors on the break. Here's Thompson. It's rebounded by Bass. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And the jam by Whiteside.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
This crowd just stunned at the sight of that one. Well, the Lakers were coming into the season with only about $11 million in salary committed, a chance to attract 2 max free agents, but then they gave Kobe Bryant that 2-year, $50 million extension. So that seems to possibly postpone the rebuild that the Lakers have by maybe 2 more years.
The Lakers making a switch here. Russell's checked in. Here's Curry. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 assists tonight. The Lakers trail. And a great player like Kobe Bryant, who spent Clark his entire career with one team, he deserves to retire a Laker. He feels that way, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I feel exactly the same way. You love to see guys who've had the impact on a team and on the league the way Kobe has, as a box office draw and winning. You'd like to see those guys be one-team guys, and I'd be surprised if Kobe's not in that category. In 2016, though, Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant hit free agency. Might be some forward thinking going on here as well, partner.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Byron Scott coaching his team during the break. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Carmelo Anthony. Coach said he's the player who should be getting the bulk of their touches early on in this game, and that's certainly nothing unusual for someone with his talent. He mentioned one more thing, which was that he'd like them to get out and run whenever they get their hands on the ball. Let's play this game at top speed. Those were his exact words. We'll be watching how these adjustments work.
All right, Doris. Now here's Curry, following the miss by Lewis Williams. Misses from short range.
Right from the start, they've been aggressive on the glass. Most of the rebounds seem to be going their way.
And Steve,